Would y'all look at this? Let me show you how I take plain old canned green beans and turn them into the most delicious side, especially for crazy weeknights, work nights, when you're tired. They reheat well too. Delicious. Let's make it. Hey y'all, it's me, Hetty, and I'm going to show you how I doctor canned green beans. So today I don't have a whole lot of time. We're having meatloaf. I got a meatloaf video. Up here in this corner, I'll show you. I'll put a link to the meatloaf. And if you're new, welcome, thank you. And for subscribing and being here. And if you're not subscribed, whatever you do, hit that like, comment. Y'all just do something, just even tell me where you're from. It all helps the channel so much, y'all have no idea. I'm going on 9 years, y'all, of being on YouTube. I'm gonna get going here. First of all, I've got just a medium heat gonna go here. And I showed you, I'm gonna show you a segment right now, real quick. It's just me sauteing onions, so here we go. Okay, as you can see, I'm simply just sauteing my onions. I've done this in a lot of videos. Anyway, here's those onions, okay? But first of all, I'm just getting this pan hot. This is my old beat up copper shelf, but it'll hold everything for the video. That's why I'm using it. Because you know I'm on the induction burner. A lot of my pots I can't use on here. And I didn't feel like digging out that butane one. Cracking a window. It's hot and humid here, y'all. We've been getting a lot of rain in it. And it's unseasonably, even for the south, not great. So anyway, look, this is my bacon grease. These are already sauteed, but I'm just going to go ahead and put them in so you can just see that I did. I'm putting in a little, these cooked way down. I sauteed them off about, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes. So this is my base. All right, so here's my green beans going in. Now drain them. Don't not drain them. You don't want that old green bean water they've been sitting in. Use whatever green bean that you like. This is the way we like mine doctored. I have actually done it like up in my mother-in-law's house, just using butter. Not exactly southern style, because if you see my recipes, even the way I do my regular green beans, I'll put a pinch of Cajun in mine. Yeah, I even make my own Cajun seasoning. You can too. I'll put a link there, or below, or both. All right. So here's my green beans. Right now, I drained that water off. I hope you saw what they look like in this bowl, because you're going to see when I'm done. They cook down. Okay, to begin with, they're touching the fraise in this bowl. Afterwards, as you can see, there's well over an inch below the fraise. We're just having mashed potatoes and nothing fancy, like mashed potatoes and meatloaf. Nothing goes better with meatloaf than some good southern style green beans. This is just chicken stock here. 2 cups. Now, what are we doing? Now I'm going to put this on high. We're bringing this up to a boil on purpose. And then we're going to cook it down until there's no more liquid. In the beginning, you can do other things, start working on your other, whatever you're making for supper. But at the end, you want to be with it so you can keep it moving. All right, look, this is just, hey, Hetty. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to add some Hey Hetty. Sometimes I'll add Hey Hetty house seasoning. And if you hadn't made that yet, I'm not going to believe it. I'll put a link up there. And some recipes, it's just weird. I've done so much of what I'm adding in, there is a link where I do it. But some videos it's not like that. So if you've been with me, you know that. So no, I'm not just trying to promote everything, but some people, they want that convenient link, you know, so they can click on it and see how I do it. Okay, now look, all I'm going to do is put the lid on this And when this is boiling, we'll come back and I'll show you. Start to finish, this isn't going to take too long. All right, when it's boiling, I'll bring you back. Okay, it's only been, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes, hadn't been that long. Did a little cleaning up. Now, I want to tell you something. Normally, I mean, sometimes when I'm doing a video, it doesn't work out exactly the way it does when I'm doing it in real life. In real life, I would have had that boiling water mixed up because I'm just using my soup base for my chicken stock. And I don't have any frozen out of that too. Although y'all know I make my own chicken broth, like many others do. And if you need another link, I'm just kidding. I might put one down below. That's up to y'all. Anyway, look. Once it comes to a boil, the lid being on it seems to help it boil faster. That's the only reason for the lid. The rest of the time, this is going to stay boiling, but there's no lid now. We're wanting to cook this down. No lid. Okay? So that's it. You see it boiling? But anyway, what I was going to say to you is, normally I would have my onions sauteed already. They'd be ready. They were ready in the video, but I actually had to saute them. I knew I needed them for supper, so I went ahead and did a little extra. So in case I need them for something else, I'll have them. I did a whole onion. But my point is, usually, you know, I have some in the freezer. I'll just grab what I need for the onions. My water just boiled for my soup base, so I stir it up right away. So everything's already getting hot and going. And a lot of times, if my broth would have been hot and I wouldn't have been making this video trying to explain everything, I would have dumped the green beans in, the drained green beans. I would have dumped the chicken stock in right away, put a little seasoning in, dumped my onions in, because they would have been cooked already, and then I would have put my bacon grease just in with it. And as it's getting hot, the only reason I was doing that, I wasn't sauteing the green beans or anything, so I realized it's going to look like that. That was just because I was talking to y'all. But really, I dump it all in together and then bring it up to a boil that way. And I'll show you stages. I'll let you know how long it was in between. I'll see y'all then, though. All right, next segment will be further down the road. Alrighty, quick update. I don't know, it's been about in between 10 and 12 minutes. We're still going. Wish I was at the gas stove. This would be, I don't have a tripod right now. My son's borrowed it. Anyway, I'd be further along if I was at the stove, but this is going good. It's boiling. So that's just an update. Alright, y'all, quick update. It's been about, I don't know, 10, 11 minutes. As you can see, we're still going. It's still really hot. As you can see, look, we still got some liquid, so we're still going. We're not finished. We're not finished, and I've come in just a couple of times because I'm already at the stove. Like I said, working on mashed potatoes and all that stuff. Checking on the meatloaf and all that. So I'll show you the next stage. You're going to let it go. You're going to think you're burning it, but you're not. I'm only showing you, this was my original, my mama's recipe, my grandmother. And she taught my mama how to do it. My mom taught me. It's how to doctor canned green beans when you can't. It's quick weeknight solution when you can't make some of that yummy, slow cooked green beans. Like I think it's still my #1 video. I've got, I don't know, might be 250,000 by now. I don't even know, that many views, but it's always been my #1 video. And this isn't exactly it, but it's pretty close for a weekday, I'll tell you. So anyway, look, you're just going to keep checking. Just keep giving it a stir. This is the time you're not going to walk off and leave it. You're working on other components of the meal, so you can sit here and just say, well, let me check. Okay, we're still there. All right, now you know we got this bacon grease, and since I've been talking, even as you can see, it's evaporated even a little more. So we got to go just a little further, and then I'm going to update you again. We're getting real close, y'all. All right, I'm going to let it go. It's been approximately a minute and a half. See, I said a minute, but yeah, it's been about a minute and a half. Less than 2, more than 1. Now look, these are still so beautifully moist. All right, but as you can see, we do have, I think this is from what I can see, this is mostly, I don't know if the camera's picking that up, it's mostly just a little of that bacon grease in there. Now, we're so close, y'all, so close. But you're gonna leave it. Now, don't walk away at this point. Please, let me tell you, don't walk away. All right, stick with me. We're gonna finish this up. Then you get home. Nowadays, you know, so many parents work. And this is just so easy to do. Now look, we're as I've been talking, it's getting more and more. Now these are gonna stay moist. You're not gonna go much more from here. These are almost done. And I'm telling you, you can at the end add salt and pepper to taste, but taste them first. I think you're gonna find you do not need any salt. Now, there's one last thing that I always add in, and I don't do it till the end, and this is literally just a tiniest pinch of salt, not salt, sugar. I just said don't use extra salt unless you want it. You're gonna find you don't need it. Now, this is gonna be stirred in, and of course it'll dissolve because this is so hot. And y'all, I'm gonna call that done. Look at that. When did you open a can of green beans and it looked like this? It looks amazing. Wasn't that simple? I hope you enjoyed this. I sure hope you're going to try it. You know I'm going to show you a pretty bowl of it in the beginning of the video. But this is so good, y'all. I'm telling you. And you know the sugar's optional too, but just it just adds a little something. Gives a little more, just a little bitty. You can definitely skip it. I do it with and without. These are my deluxe canned green beans. Okay, y'all, there they are, ready for supper. Now listen, the one thing I didn't add, and I'll have it down below as an option, is I usually throw in some bacon while it's all boiling together and everything, cooked bacon. But I didn't have any. All those bacon bits I made the other week, they're gone. I'll have to do it all over again, won't I? All right, well, y'all, that is it. I love y'all. I hope you'll try this. Like I always try to tell y'all, try it my way one time, and I think you'll like it. All right, I'll see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Bye.